Hey guys, welcome back. Today we have something a little bit different. It's going to be a bit more vlog style in this video because I am going on a solo vacation. I really like taking these solo vacations for a couple of reasons. One, it helps me reconnect with my sense of creativity. I specifically don't do any work for clients while I'm away, so that everything that I'm drawing, everything that I'm doing is just for me. It allows me time to experiment and just do what I want to do what moves me. It's just relaxing, so it helps me get back into that chill state of mind. And then also, I think being alone for a significant period of time really helps you reconnect with yourself and, focus on your own thoughts and feelings in a way that is disregarding others, but it's okay because they're not there. So it's not like you're being crazy selfish because you're just alone. So you have to be. All that said, I thought it would be super fun to bring you guys along on this trip. I think, first of all, it'll give me something to show my family and friends who want to see what I'm up to. But I think it'll also encourage me to make this a very creatively focused kind of trip. Yes, I do want to relax. I don't want this to feel like work, but I think knowing I have kind of an audience will help me really focus on doing activities and not just lying around the entire time. Not that lying around won't also be happening, because it definitely will. For the most part, I'm just really excited to show off this trip and to have a good time and to bring you along with me. So, without further ado, let's get started. I've arrived! Let me give you a little tour. Okay, so there are a few things I want to get done before I really settle in for the evening. One, I want to go see the ocean, go to the beach, even just to walk around for a second. Two, I need to get some grocery shopping done, and three, I need to get some dinner. And I'm not actually sure what order to do that in, but let's just go out and see what happens. Good morning. So I'm just waking up now. It's about 8 o'clock and I come out of the bedroom and this is the view. It's so sunny. You can't really tell, but it's so bright in here and it just makes me happy. I'm excited to get today started. Okay, I'm a little tired of just sitting around here, so we're gonna go sit around on the beach. Maybe do a little sketching. Should be fun. Have any of you heard of filet crocheting? I found out about it through TikTok, of course. It's where I learn everything. And I was immediately obsessed, hooked, you might say. I had already known how to crochet for a little while. But this seemed so cool and interesting and different. And especially as somebody who also draws, I was immediately like, oh my gosh, that's just pixel art. I could make my own patterns. And so again, without ever having done this before, I was like, I should make a skirt out of these filet crochet panels, and each panel can be a woman from Greek mythology, because that's a vibe. And I feel like a lot of like the old vintage patterns kind of have that aesthetic of like the ancient Greek kind of art style. And so, of course, that's immediately what I wanted to do. And I didn't. I did a little like sword kind of banner first to practice. And then after that, I was immediately like, okay, this is fine. I've got this. So let's switch to a much, much thinner yarn and create these panels. And I did all the measurement. I made a gauge swatch, which I've never done before, but it felt more important for this. And now I'm finally having time to get started. I've drawn 2 of the panels so far. I'm doing Medusa, and I've drawn out Persephone. The other panels are going to be Circe, going to be Daphne, Atalanta, and the wife and daughter of Agamemnon. I can't remember their names right now off the top of my head, but the idea is that each panel will be kind of focusing on them. And so I'm working right now on the Medusa one, which I just sketched out. I like made a grid. I kind of tried it with Stitch Fiddle, but it was so big, it just didn't really work. And I couldn't like sketch things out. I had to just put down a color, and that was difficult for me. So I just put a grid into Procreate and drew on top of that. And so that's the idea. And then I can show you as well the Persephone one, which I kind of prefer, but I did this one second, so I had a little bit more practice. And those are the only 2 I have drawn out right now. But I haven't been able to get started because I've been prioritizing other things. So now I'm excited to finally get to sit down and work on it. I also just love the idea of having this feminine object, like this dress or skirt, depending on what it ends up being. Having this like really feminine object with these like strong, often mistreated female characters. You know, you have these women who were abused or killed or just controlled, and kind of making this feminine object out of their stories. I don't know, it feels like kind of artsy to me, and it'll just be cool. I'm very excited about it. We'll see how much I actually get done. Obviously, I don't have much done so far, but maybe I'll keep you updated. Anyway, I think I'm going to just put on a movie or something, maybe an audiobook, and just work for a little while. Sounds chill. I just finished the movie, so good. And there's the progress I've made so far. I love how in the camera you can tell so much more what is going on. Like, you can see the little snakes forming, right? Little snake hair situation. 2-hour movie, that's the progress we've made. Not bad, but could be better. And now I think it's like 6:30-ish. I think I'm gonna go on another little walk along the beach and then have some dinner and call it a day.
morning. My hair looks crazy. So it is day 2 here at the beach house. And this morning, I don't really have any plans. Later today, I have some family that lives in like the Portland area that's gonna come by and hang out for a bit. But otherwise, I really have no idea what we're gonna do today, which is kind of cool. I don't know about you, but I'm not that kind of person typically. My days are planned like down to the minute. So it's really nice to have this opportunity to just like literally do whatever I want. Last night I finished reading The Seas again. Love this book. Oh my gosh. I feel like every time I reread it, it impacts me in a different way. It also makes me want to write, which I might do today. I also worked a little bit more on my filet crochet skirt piece, so it got a little bit bigger. We're slowly getting down to, that's like the top of Medusa's head there, so making progress. I'm gonna get some breakfast and just hang out and have a good time. We'll see what happens. I'll keep you updated. All right, family just took off. It's about 7:30 at this point. We had a lot of fun though. We went down to the beach, they came back here, had some pasta, watched Tinkerbell. My niece really enjoyed that. Now, I just have to figure out what to do. I didn't eat very much dinner, so I think I might heat up some more pasta and go eat outside. It's looking really gorgeous right now. A little cold, might grab a coat, but I want to listen to more of my audiobook and I might just enjoy the sun setting and then come back inside when I get too cold and maybe do a little drawing before bed. My plan is every month to have kind of a little bundle of drawings that I put out. So in April, I'm posting like April showers themed drawings. So like here were some of those, which I drew in March. So while I'm here, I'm wanting to draw some maybe like ocean themed things, which I was sketching out before on the beach. And then I'll post them around the same time that I'll be posting this video. So just kind of to go along with the trip and whatnot. And I'm hoping that this will give me just something to focus on every month, but also potentially things to put out more. If I decided to like open an Etsy or do like an art fair or something, then I have all of these postcards and bookmarks and pins already designed and ready to go in these little bundles that people could purchase all of if they were interested in. So I might work on those tonight, but we'll see what happens. Let's go outside. Hey there, it is day 3. It is already afternoon at this point. I think it's about 1:30. To be so honest, I felt pretty awful this morning and spent most of the day just lying on the couch watching Community and trying not to die. I was successful, as you can see. Now I'm feeling a little better. I took a shower and I think I'd like to go on a little walk, hopefully get the energy up. Later, I am intending to hang out with some more family, maybe grab some dinner out in town. And then I also have a friend coming over from Portland who's gonna stay here with me for a bit. But today is a great example of just a very low-key day. And a big reason why I took this trip was to like know that it's okay
to not have a great day. You know, I know lying here, I felt a little disappointed because it's not the feeling you want to have on vacation. You want to be able to like go out and do things and like try new restaurants, try new activities. And quite frankly, there are days that I'm not up for that. And that's okay. It might be disappointing, but there can still be good things even in those rough days. You know, I was reading for a while. That felt nice. I'm getting through Salt Slow by Julia Armfield, and I'm enjoying it so far. And like, that's okay if that's all the day is. I need to learn to take care of myself and not be hard on myself if I'm not up to more than that. You have to just learn to enjoy the good bits. And that's what I'm trying to do now that I'm feeling a little okay. I'm going to try to go look at the ocean, which always makes me happy, and maybe just come back and watch a movie. We'll take it easy. We're not going to push it too hard today, but I still want it to be enjoyable, and I want to feel good about the day, especially by the end. Like, I want to feel that I accomplished something and I was happy, and I think that that's the most we can all hope for. So let's go get our shoes on and go for a little walk. This morning I finished the last of my pre-made overnight oats that I had, so I need to make a couple more batches for the last few days that I'm here. I think I need, let's see, it's Tuesday, so I need Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So we're gonna make 3 batches of that. For anyone who has never made overnight oats before, it's a pretty simple process, and I eat them literally like every day. So for the recipe I use, it's literally just half a cup of some old-fashioned oats, half a cup of the milk of your choice. I use almond milk. And then I like to add like a tablespoon or 2 of some yogurt, and I'm just using these little small servings since I'm here. And then I top it with some peanut butter and some apple slices. Just finished eating breakfast and working on, they have a cute little guest book here with like everybody's names and like the dates they were here and their favorite things. So of course I had to add my own page with my own little artistic spin on it. And honestly, this was so fun to do. Like, it's always the random little doodles that you do on your homework or on napkins or whatever that you end up being so proud of and enjoying so much. Like, I just worked on this, ate breakfast, and watched some Criminal Minds, and I feel just so cozy and peaceful. However, now that that is done, I think it's time to head out and see what we can find. We're successful. I got my lunch together, so let's head back out. Not a bad view for lunch, gotta say. It's so nice out.
I might take a highlighter and add a couple colored details, but otherwise, I'm pretty happy with that. I think it's cute. I hope they like it. Alright, it is about 7:30 and I am so hungry, but first, I want some more gelato, so I'm gonna go out and get that, come back, pop it in the freezer, and then settle down, watch a movie with dinner, call it a night. All right, I am back home now, so it's time for a little wrap up. Let's start with some stats. I was at the beach from the evening of Thursday to the evening of Thursday, so essentially 7 days. In that time, I went down to the beach at least once every day, if not, I think the maximum of 3 times in a day. I saw 3 different groups of family members / friends. Hooray. I finished reading 2 books, started a third. I also bought 2 books. I listened to 45% of my audiobook, which I'm very happy with. We are making good progress there. I finished rewriting about 7 pages of my book, which, to be honest, is less than I wish it was. I was hoping to get quite a significant amount done during this trip and just wasn't feeling up to it. But that's okay. Progress is still progress. I filled 6 pages in my sketchbook. I did my sketches for the next month's theme drawings and even did the line work for one of them. I finished designing 2 additional panels for my crochet project, as well as actually crocheted about half of one of the panels, progress of which I am very pleased with. In the time there, I watched 6 movies, 5 of which were completely new to me. I also watched more episodes of Community than I am frankly willing to admit. All the stats aside, I think it's important to note that it wasn't a perfect trip. I deal with a lot of anxiety, especially when I'm alone, and it's good for me to confront that, but it doesn't mean that every second was completely pleasant. I sometimes felt bad about my lack of productivity and sometimes felt bad about the fact that I felt bad about the lack of productivity. However, I think it was a very good trip. I always think it's good to get away and have some time by yourself to just sit with your own thoughts and live by your own schedule and have complete disregard for anybody else because there's nobody else there. I'm pleased with the amount of stuff that I got done, especially like the sketching. I think having that freedom to just draw whatever I wanted, it always is a nice feeling. It's nice to be reminded that that's always an option and that I enjoy it. I enjoy drawing. There's a reason I do this. There's a reason I create because I have fun doing it and it makes me feel good. But sometimes we forget that, and so it's nice to have these reminders. Overall, I think it was a great little creative retreat, and I look forward to doing it again maybe next year, maybe 2 years. It was 2 years between the last one and this one, so might be a biannual thing. All right, thank you so much for joining me on my little adventure. I hope you don't mind that the format was a little bit different this time and a lot less art focused, but this was just fun for me. I'm glad you guys wanted to come along and I was so pleased to share. So thank you so much for joining and I'll see you guys next time.